Hello, this is Patrick at OneCNC West, and I'm very excited today to be able to demonstrate the OneCNC History Browser. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you're going to notice is that I'm using the OneCNC Dark theme. You don't have to use the dark theme for the history browser. I just decided to use the dark theme today just to be a little bit different. It's one of the 4 different themes you can use when using OneCNC XR7. Alright, so that being said, what is the history browser? Well, what this does is it records all of your geometric commands. So as you create geometry, as you manipulate geometry, it's going to save those commands within the browser. Now, the browser is located in the lower right-hand corner of the OneCNC user interface right here. Okay, so you have your layers browser, your verify browser, and there's your history browser. Right now, it's the very first command in the history browser is start, and that's because we're starting a brand new file. If I were to close this out, there would be nothing in the history browser. And as soon as I click the new button, then it says start. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate just by creating a couple of points, just going to grid point snap 3 of them. And as I do that, you can see those commands get added to the browser. Let's create a couple of circles, same thing. As I do that, the circle commands get added to the browser. How about we create a couple of lines, just 2 lines, that looks good. It gets added to the browser. If we were to create a shape, how about just a simple polygon? Let's put that there and drag it out. That gets added to the browser. Now, if we were to extrude something, let's say we select that and we go to our extrude tools and we go to extrude curves. If I were to extrude that, that gets added to the browser, extrude curves. Now, if I were to move something, let's grab that circle there, go to move. I'll grab it by the arc center and just maybe put it right there at the end of that line. You can see that also gets added to the browser. Now, how can you use the browser? Well, what's neat about this is you can select any command and it will take you back to that point in time. There's where I created the second point. Here's where I created the first point. Here's where we started with a blank screen. This is right after I created the third circle, the second circle, first circle, second line. Here's after we extruded that circle into a solid. Here's after we used the move command to move the circle. So it's a very nice way to move backwards and forwards into time. And it gives you this nice visual list that you can use to easily click on, go backwards and forwards. Now let's look a little deeper into this. See how there's the word purge after each one of these commands after the command that I select. If I select this command, all these commands say purge, or they have the word purge at the end there. Well, what does that mean? Well, this is just a reminder that if I were to start to create geometry at this time, all this information is going to be purged. Okay, so remember, here's some lines we created, right? And the polygon, the extrusion and all that. I'm going to start here after I made my third circle. And all I'm going to do is just create another line, just like that. Well, as soon as I create that line, you can see that this is now the very last command there. And all the commands that were after, those have now been purged. That's why they have that reminder there that, hey, if you're going to start geometry at this location, the rest here is going to be purged out. Okay, so this is not to be confused with a CAD tree. This is really just a quick and efficient and temporary method to be able to easily move backwards and forwards within your geometry creation process. Hey, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I enjoy making these videos and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.